Oh my God, this is so infuriating. Guys, how many videos have you seen over the past few months about Switch 2 and the fact that Nintendo can break your console? People talking about don't buy Nintendo Switch 2 or whatever. And I know, I've done the same thing. But how many of those YouTubers, especially big ones, are now all of a sudden buying Switch 2 or either raving about it or farming it for even more content? Honestly, the hypocrisy is out of control, and we need to talk about this. Usa, calm. Right, guys, let's get one thing out of the way. You know that saying where parents go, I am not angry at you, I am just disappointed? That's honestly how I feel with Nintendo right now. I grew up with Nintendo. I love Mario. So many of their games, NES and so on, brings back so many awesome memories for me. It's just crazy. And this is why I expect better of them. So when they announced the pricing structure, I did my videos because I felt I needed to. I said back then, this behavior is gonna lead to others like Microsoft and PlayStation doing the same. And guess what? They did. So now we're paying more money for consoles that are 5 years old, where back in the day, we would have been paying less. It's just craziness. It's something that you would have never seen happen going back, I don't know, for as long as I remember. It's like, what the hell? Even when it comes to games, when you look back, at the sort of pricing structures and so on, I said back then, others will follow on. And guess what? Microsoft also announced in the showcase and so on that Outer Worlds 2 is also going to be $80. So now that is a norm. Again, we talked about the fact that the whole changing of rights and legal rights and so on is just wrong. And now we know the reason, because guess what? They had the issue with joystick and drifting in Switch 1, and people are realizing the mechanics and so on is the same in Switch 2 as well. So that totally makes sense as well. Again, I talked about the consoles being, turned into a brick and basically killed by Nintendo if you do what they don't like, which is just should be a totally non-negotiable thing, guys. So they've raised their price, but they're also telling you, you don't actually own it. What? If I buy this for all this money, I should be able to do whatever I want to do with it as long as it's legal. And additionally, if you don't like it, void my warranty. But you should never be able to kill the product that I bought. If you want to kill it, fine, give my money back. But guess what? They're not going to do that as part of these rights. It is insane. It should be a complete red line for everybody. And that is why I did those videos, because we have to set certain standards as what is acceptable and what is not. It's nothing to do whether I hate Nintendo or I don't, because I actually love Nintendo. But at the same time, guys, this is nothing just to do with Nintendo, because if this becomes a norm, as we have seen it already, it's gonna become a standard for everybody else. And guys, before anybody makes the whole argument that, well, game costs are going up and so on, well, look at Claire Obscure. Expeditions 33, man, that game is like what, 50? So why does Nintendo need to charge all that money more? Their games are not graphically heavy. That's the whole point of Nintendo games, but they're not even physical anymore. They're literal codes in the box. So the cost of production is gone down for them. So what is the excuse? But what's even worse is the hypocrisy, as it says in this video, of the content creators, which is totally unacceptable, guys. Do you know what? I feel like, I'm gonna say something crazy. I feel like we're like cows. We're being milked by these idiot content creators for all the clicks that they can get wherever they can, and also by these companies for every drop that they can get out of us. And this is just not sustainable, and this is totally unacceptable behavior. Let me show you guys. This is what absolutely triggered me. Well, there was so many other videos. I'm only giving you a couple of examples that I've just come across. But look at that. I don't watch much of this guy's videos, Young Gay, but he's been around. He's got 1.1, almost 1.2 million subscribers. And here's the thing. Look at how many videos he did on Nintendo, criticizing them. And now that he's came out, he buys it, he reviews it, he talks about it, and he says, oh, the mechanics in the joysticks are the same. Genius. Guess what? Yeah, that's why they changed the policy. But you know what? He probably already knew it. But he's getting as many clicks as he can possibly get. Look at this guy. Everybody knows him from all the, memes and whatever. He did so many videos. Just look at within the last 2 weeks. He did a video criticizing Switch 2, then saying it won't be easy to hack. And he's always pretending to be a warrior of the good and whatever. But then he does this video where he talks about, oh, actually, the pricing are very good. I've seen it. I've seen the video. And you know what? He gets absolutely ripped to pieces on the video and goes and releases this video where he says sorry. So what did he do? He basically got clicks out of us before. He got clicks during these last 2 weeks. And he got a click from reviewing it. And he didn't got clicks from saying sorry for criticism that he's received. Mind blown. Again, let's just go on some other randomer that I came across. Just if I sit here and count how many videos this guy has done criticizing Nintendo. Look, within 2 weeks, he did 8 videos in just, 9 videos criticizing Nintendo, and then doing more videos now that he's come out and bought it. It's insanity. And the reason is, guys, we have to, as a industry, as a community, we have to behave. We have to practice what we preach. We have to show a spine. We can't go around criticizing the media. We can't go around criticizing behaviors if we are still supporting them, because how do you set an example for these big companies? You don't buy their products. If you buy their products, they're going to say, well, it's okay. We're going to continue doing that and see how far we can push it. And that is also not a good thing for that company either, because we're criticizing all these big publishers, these big developers for giving us more and more garbage. Do you know why that's happened? Because let's just use Bungie as an example. Bungie was one of the best companies going back 15 years ago. Everybody loved Halo. And they left Microsoft with an idea that they're gonna start making more unique content and giving us more and more good bits. Guess what happened? They spent freaking 15 years recycling content to a point where the creativity out of the company has been completely siphoned out. And now they're copywriting stuff. Now the company is completely falling apart. And yes, probably these sort of things will not happen to Nintendo, but if this sort of behavior continues, they're gonna push the envelope worse and worse and worse to a point that this is not gonna be sustainable at all. We're gonna find ourselves in a situation where we don't own anything, where we pay loads of money to these companies and they still can do whatever they like to us. And they give us more and more garbage games and give us more and more microtransactions. We got to do better and also hold these content creators to account as well. This is not good enough, guys. We should be telling them off and saying this is not acceptable. If you're gonna say something, get the clicks, fine. Practice what you goddamn preach. Kind of a rant over. And you know what? For what it's worth, I'm a small time guy. Got, few subscribers, but love you guys for all your support and so on. But for what it matters, I hope this passionate plea reaches some of these content creators, reaches some of these guys, and maybe, even if there is a 0.1% chance that it makes a difference, I hope it does. And if you agree, and if you like my content, please smash that like button and do subscribe, because I will try my hardest, guys, to give you my real thoughts and stick to my principles as much as I can. So thank you for all the support, and I hope this video has helped to a degree, and you're doing awesome wherever you are, and peace.